Hare Krishna, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Nami, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatari. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणे हरे कृष्णा. So today we will see verse number 28. So Krishna in the last verse mentioned that whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever actions you do it as an offering to me. That was the process Krishna has told to go beyond, to achieve the goal beyond the material world. So after doing that, what happens? After doing all that, offering all activities to Krishna, that is mentioned in this verse. So let us see this verse. Shubha Ashubha Phaler Evam मोक्ष से कर्म बंधने संन्यास योग युक्तात्मा विमुक्तो माम उपश्यसि. My voice is audible. Okay. शुभाशुभ फलेरेव मोक्ष से कर्म बंधने संन्यास योग युक्तात्मा विमुक्तो माम उपश्यसि. Anybody want to chant?
शुभफलैरेवं मोक्षसे कर्मबन्धने संन्यासयोगयुक्तात्मा विमुक्तो माम् उपैष्यसि.
Okay. So the translation and purport is, in this way you will be freed from bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious results. With your mind fixed on me in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. Purport. One who acts in Krishna consciousness under superior direction is called Yukta. The technical term is Yukta Vairagya. This is further explained by Rupa Goswami as follows. Anasaktasya Vishayan Yatha Arham Upayunjitaha Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktana Vairagyam Uchyate Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.255. Rupa Goswami says that as long as we are in this material world, we have to act and we cannot cease acting. Therefore, if actions are performed, the fruits are given to Krishna. Then that is called Yukta Vairagya. Actually, situation is renunciation. Such activities clear the mirror of mind and the actor gradually makes progress in spiritual realization. He becomes completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, at the end, he becomes liberated, and this liberation is also specified. By this liberation, he does not become one with the Brahma Jyotir, but rather enters into the Brahmanate of Supreme Lord. It is clearly mentioned here, Mam Upaishya, see, he comes to me, back home, back to Godhead. There are 5 different stages of liberation. Here it is specified that the devotee who always lived his lifetime here under the direction of Supreme Lord, as stated, has evolved to the point where he can, after quitting this body, go back to Godhead and engage directly in the association of Supreme Lord. Anyone who has no interest but to dedicate his life to the service of the Supreme Lord is actually a sannyasi. Such a person always think himself as an eternal servant, dependent on supreme will of the Lord. As such, whatever he does it for benefit of the Lord. Whatever actions he performs it as service to the Lord. He does not give serious attention to fruitive activities or prescribed duties mentioned in Vedas. For ordinary person, it is obligatory to execute prescribed duties mentioned in Vedas. But although a pure devotee who is completely engaged in the service of the Lord may sometimes appear to go against the prescribed Vedic duties, actually it is not so. It is said, therefore, by Vaishnava authorities that even the most intelligent person cannot understand the plans and activities of a pure devotee. The exact words are ताम्र वाक्य क्रिया मुद्रा विघ्नेह न पूजय Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 23.39. A person who is thus always engaged in the service of the Lord or is always thinking and planning to serve the Lord is to be considered completely liberated at present. In future he is going back home, back to Godhead. He is guaranteed. He is above all materialistic criticism, just as Krishna is above all criticism. Very instructive verse and purport. So, Shubha Ashubha. So, the important point is generally when we think of offering the results, we offer the results of the activities for which the result is not as per our expectation, or the result as per our expectation, the result is bad that we offer. When the result is good, people may or may not remember God. But here Krishna said, renunciation means Shubha and Ashubha Falaya. So we have to renounce both good and bad results. It's not that good results are coming because of us, the bad results are coming because of the God. That's the normal perception people have. Or people act like this, but this is wrong. So we have to renounce both Shubha and Ashubha. This renouncing the results, Falayan, Fala is the result of the activity. So offering both the Shubh and Ashubh results of the activities to Krishna, or give, that is called Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma. So that person is said to be in Yoga Yuktatma. And what happens? Vimukto mam upashyashi. So he gets liberated and comes back to me. So Krishna specifically uses the word mam. So mam means it's beyond the material world, because Krishna is beyond the material world. So the destination will be mam upashyasi. So it comes to me. That means he goes beyond the material world. So liberation can be like no miseries is also liberation. So there are people who uh, want to be peaceful, just peaceful. So they don't want any problems, so any miseries. So that is one type of liberation. But here Krishna is not saying that. He's saying, Mam Upashyasi will come back to me, which is the highest goal of human life. To achieve to go to God's place, to achieve love for God. So what happens when we renounce both the results? Our attachment to the activities slowly decreases, and as the attachment decreases, then our consciousness increases, because still we have the attachment. Our consciousness remains at the attachment and aversion level. It cannot go beyond that. But if we really start renouncing results, then we just do our activities and we don't get involved in the what happens after the activities. So in that state, we are actually renouncing. And where actually we renouncing, but doing what? Renouncing, and we are connecting with the God. Yukta, yoga yukta. So, uh, because the good activities or the good results are also going to bind us in this material world. If we really want to get liberated, we don't want that also. Right? So, if we see this chapter, Krishna has told that those who worship the Devtas go to Devtas, those who worship Pitras, they go to Pitra. Krishna has also explained that these people, they actually worshipping me only, but they are doing this in indirectly or a wrong way. So this is a common misconception that does it mean that Krishna uh, sees whom you are worshipping directly or indirectly. If he is indirectly also worshipping Krishna, then why is not going to Krishna's place? Why is going to Devata's place? Because consciousness is like that. Because they don't know the real position of Krishna. So they are going to Devata's place. But if Krishna also says that um, even if you worship some Devata and you get some results, those are actually given by me. So if Krishna, by worshipping Devata, he says that this is indirect worship, then if he gives the results, if Krishna is giving the results, then why is giving the results like this? Why is not considering the indirect? So one of the reason is, if you are not worshipping Krishna or Devatas, worshipping Devatas, then you are using your free will not to have Krishna but to have Devatas. So if you don't include Krishna in your activities, then Krishna also gives you the free will. So, but there is always a question. So, is the God partial? He is good to his devotees. Otherwise, he is not, which is wrong from material perspective. So, this question naturally going to come. So, Krishna answers this question in the next verses, that how he is not doing any partial thing, or how he is giving his mercy by giving freedom to the living being or to the jiva. You do whatever you want to do. You want to worship somebody, you go and worship. You don't, Krishna don't interfere there. So that is also mercy of Krishna. So today's verse learning is Shubha and Ashubha. Don't get attached to any results, even if the results are good. Uh, we tend, our natural tendency is to get attached to them and try to take the credit or praise, self praise, so many things we do. So what we have to do is we have to renounce both, so we don't get entangled in all these things. And once you renounce the both things, then that is proper yukta. But renounce for what? Renounce for Krishna. Do it only for Krishna and prioritize Krishna's activities, and then you will be free from the reaction. Because in third chapter it is mentioned that all these activities in the Vedas are coming from Krishna, so they are also transcendental. So whatever activity you do without any attachment is actually transcendental activity. So we have to see how we are attached to our positives and negatives, good results and bad results. And if we notice that we are too much attached, then we have to take the correction step. So, but in tomorrow's verse, we will see about the Krishna. Is Krishna favoring his devotees, or so that Krishna answers in the next verse, and that we'll see tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So, comments. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, Rajesh.